Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. So I'm in my house right now, kind of finishing up some projects, or just kind of like the dogs are all in the house, and in the mornings, it's just kind of okay, let's get everything established. Let's get everything set up. What am I doing for the day? I already wrote my to-do list, which is super awesome. It'd be even more awesome if I could actually start checking things off. But so what I'm doing right now is finishing up the individual squares. I found when I was creating, I set them all out. So you guys probably saw a picture of me setting, I set all of the skull squares out in the form of the pajama pants, or the pants bottoms that they will be. And so I'm like laying them out, and as I laid them out, I was like, oh crap, I was like, I'm short some. I thought that I didn't, I thought I had the number right when I was doing the math, and I was like, nope, I need to make 4 more squares. So I made 4 more squares, and then just to make sure that I had all the information, I added an extra round of border around the whole square, and I measured everything out, and I measured how wide each round would be, so that way I'd have maximum information for you if you needed to expand the project or lengthen the project, all information that is very valuable. And I realized in the process, I was like, okay, at first I thought I'd be okay getting away with just 1 round of border around these squares, but when I measured everything out, I'm like, it looks better and it meets dimension cleaner if I have a second round of border. So now I'm going around every single skull square, making sure that they have 2 rounds of border, not just 1. And I'm almost done. I have a whole stack over here completed. I'm finishing this one, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more that I want to add 1 more round on. I'm going to leave 1 alone, so when I do the skull pants video, I can show you guys how I added that second round of single crochets around the square. And I know a lot of you are like, I know how to do that, and that's awesome. That's so great. But for those people that don't know how to do that, I want to make sure I provide that information. So again, it's one of those things where I try to provide information for all skill levels in my video as best as possible. And of course, you have the ability to change the speed of my videos on YouTube by going to the settings and hitting playback speed and slowing me down if I'm going too fast. But also, if there is a step that I'm doing and you're like, I know how to do that, I also try to provide timestamps in the video in the description section and comment section below, so that way if you need to skip ahead, you can. And so I just try to provide all information for all levels. If they're like, I don't know how to do that, why did you skip that step? It's like, okay, I'll make sure I include that step in there. So anyways, I'm working on this morning. Today it is imperative that I hit my studio and record both making the second round on the square, how I assemble the pieces for the pants bottoms, and also I'm going to show you, I need to record how I am joining all the squares together, because I think that's also important for you to see how I did it. Now, obviously, you can choose to join the squares however you want to. Honestly, but for me, I have a thought in mind of how it will look best to join them. So I at least want to knock out those 3 things today. I have to knock out those 3 things today: the border, the layout, and how to join the squares, because this Friday is supposed to be this video on how to make the pants, and I still need to show you guys the how I make the top of the what do you call it? It's like the not the belt, sort of the belt, but the top, basically the top of the pants that you will thread the belt through, and we're going to make the cord belt together. So I got to show those 2 parts, and then also on the bottom of the pants, on the pant legs, how I'm gonna add a little bit of length and finishing touch there as well. So honestly, once those are done, those 3 things, which I have to record tomorrow, so it's gonna be like crap tonight. I have to make sure I join all of the pieces together. Oh my gosh. So that way tomorrow I can record the finishing touches of the pants and then get everything over to my editor, so that way she has time to edit all the pieces, make it look beautiful. And then I still need to do an intro, beginning, materials, and conclusion after the pants are already completed, so I can show you what they look like and what we're making. So it's a lot of things. I'm gonna be so incredibly nuts busy today and tomorrow, but that's just kind of what you have to do when you're trying to meet a deadline of making a video. So getting all of that recorded today and tomorrow, and then getting that over to her, and then the pattern itself for these pants. Okay, so I've never made a pair of pants before. And I went on Pinterest to get a sizing chart, because that's where I get a lot of my sizing charts, is Pinterest. But I was struggling to find pants bottoms for women, men, children. Children was easier. Children was a lot easier. But men and women, I was really struggling to find a sizing chart on Pinterest. And I think what I might have to do is I might have to go to the store today and look through the sewing patterns. So I'll go through the sewing section with the materials and stuff like that. And they have these sewing pattern booklets or kits, which you may be familiar with. And I'm gonna see if they have any for pajama bottoms. And then I'm gonna use those dimensions that they reference to know how many squares across and how many squares down you're gonna need. And then of course going around the leg. So I wanna make sure I can help as much as possible by giving you guys a guide on how to assemble all of the pieces together, so that way it'll fit. And honestly, I think that's the part that is going to be the trick, not necessarily the trickiest, but the part that people just don't know how to do. So I'm gonna make sure I provide that information for you guys. And honestly, it's going to be just kind of a, the chart that I provide for you is going to be more so a guide for you, not set in stone. Like if you have, a man size, small, medium, large, this is what you're going to have to make, because that doesn't apply. It's really like every person is a different height. Every person's leg length is a different length. Every person width-wise is a different width. And that's why even when you go to the store, you can really struggle with finding the right size, because there's so many different sizes of people. And so I'm gonna at least provide you guys with, like I said, a guide of, okay, this is how long the square is, this is how wide the square is. If you wanna add an extra round around the border, this is how much extra length each round is going to provide you, and kind of like guide you as much there so you can adjust the pattern to meet whatever size you need to make. But yeah, it's a very difficult project to be like, all right, small, medium, large, here you go. Because yeah, everybody, like I said, is a different height, and their torso is really long, but their legs are really short. That runs in my family. Or just like width-wise, making sure everything meets width-wise. So yes, it's a thing. It's new challenges, new things I'm experiencing with a brand new type of project that I've never done before. But like I said, I kind of have an idea of what is going to be required and what is needed. I'm just hoping I can not express, but get the message across to you guys as well. So that is my day today. So I'm doing all that. And on top of that, this Saturday, I have the Marcus Craft Show. So this week am going to be crazy busy getting prepared for that. Not necessarily making things, because at this point, you can't make anything. At this point, it's pricing everything, making sure everything has a price tag, making sure everything is ready to go, and then also preparing or setting up the booth space to see how the tables will look, how you'll set up on the table, how everything is going to be presented, and how you want to finesse that. So that is going to be this week, and I have a lot of stuff that is still not done that I need to complete and get ready for the table. Like all those kit boxes, I need to finesse them, get them the exact way I want them to look, so that way they're ready to go. All right, so that is my crazy day. And what are you doing today? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this little clip update of what I got going on, and I'll be keeping up with you throughout the day or throughout the week, letting you know what I'm doing. Check out a lot of my Instagram posts. I'm gonna try to do some quick, like, here I am now, this is what I'm doing, because this week is gonna be nuts. So I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of things to share. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.